Lift every voice and sing to the heavens.
My new work, entitled Lazarus, is about the idea of the sort of spirit reincarnating itself into a different existence, hence the title Lazarus. It's more or less a reflection, I think, of Mr. Ailey's life.
I thought the best person to reflect on the life of Alvin Ailey himself would be Rennie Harris, because I thought he would approach it from a way that was unexpected, but very much deep and heartfelt.
It's not fully, I wouldn't say, a biographical work or anything, but mostly more or less inspired by his experiences and the things that he saw, the things that he dealt with.
Rennie Harris, I mean, he's so brilliant at distilling a story. He's able to get to the essence of whatever he's trying to portray. And so it's just been wonderful watching him excavate and push through this material and think about not only Alvin's life, the person, but what was happening at the time he founded the company in 1958. So Rennie Harris, just did a lot of reading, looked at a lot of interviews that not a lot of people have seen.
The problem is that people really want to put you, if you're a black anything in this country, people want to put you into a bag.
Yeah, I understand that.
Black people can only do this kind of thing and that. And I don't like that.
And just tried to get a sense through those interviews, through his body language, getting down to the essence of who he was, according to Rennie Harris, and what he sees as reflective of his own artistic journey, but also what he meant to so many people. That's really interesting, because sometimes once we express that someone is an icon, that kind of takes the humanity out of the fact that this person probably had fears, probably had things that they had to overcome to be able to have the grace that Alvin Ailey did. And that's the reason we're still here living in his wake. And so Rennie really, I think, captures the essence of that.
Mr. Ailey's history is very universal because of the era that he grew up in. Universal being African American and our history and experience here in this country. Part of that history of his story is my story regarding racism, and so he had to endure a lot of discrimination, and so I feel like that's my story. Of course, nowhere near the level of discrimination and racism that he felt, but definitely felt and still here in a different way. And so I felt like it was important to tell that story, because his story is relative to many African American story, for him to set a foundation the way that he did, that allowed it to still resonate 60 years later, means that there was a resurrection of his spirit to keep this vision alive in that way.